Do you know that over 60% of people have reported that toxic relationships have negatively impacted their mental health? Well, if you're one of these people, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can bind these toxic people to stop harming you in whatever way they're harming you, whether it's gossiping about you or trying to steal your job or just trying to harm you in some way in general through normal physical means or social means or even magically. This spell will cover the lot, and it's really simple. All you need is an envelope, some red or black cotton, a pen, and some paper. My name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. I've been on the witchcraft path now for over 35 years, and I help other witches who are struggling to start a practice or deepen a practice, integrate magic and connection and ritual into their everyday lives with ease. And I've used binding spells in the past as well, and one of my favorites is the envelope spell. Now, if you're new to the craft and you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, I do have a free masterclass called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. It will give you a clear blueprint so that you know where to start, what you need to learn, what witches do, and how you can practice the craft step by step, stage by stage, so that you're not being overwhelmed by all of the things that we do. There's a link in the description field below this video, and you can also find it on my website, mysterywitchschool.com, under my freebies tab. So when I'm talking about toxic behavior, I'm talking about manipulation, people disrespecting, people taking advantage, but generally it's some kind of manipulation. It could be social manipulation like gossip or bad-mouthing you to other people, interfering with your reputation, trying to cancel you on social media or things like that, or gaslighting you, or just trying to dominate you in some way. And you will know that it's toxic behavior because it's going to have a very negative effect on your mental health. It may interfere with your sleep. It may cause you to worry. You may dread going into that environment where that person or people are. And it will just make your life a living hell if you don't do something about it. And like setting boundaries with people in everyday life, you need to set spiritual boundaries and energetic boundaries with them as well. Toxic behavior from other people can interfere with your self-doubt. It can make you feel bad about yourself. It can make you feel shame. They can make you feel guilty around things that aren't even your fault. And you don't want to be living your life that way. You want to be standing in your power. And sometimes standing in your power means having to bind somebody. Binding somebody is not harming them. It's just stopping them from being able to harm you in a particular way. Now, you can say that it's best to use normal means first, like have a conversation with the person to let them know how their behavior may be affecting you. But if you're dealing with people who are quite narcissistic or just don't care, or they've got something else going on with them with their psychological baggage, talking to them may not help. In fact, talking to them could even make it worse. So discern whether talking to somebody could help first. And if you discern that it's not going to work, then resort to the binding spell. Let me know in the comments field if you've done a binding spell before and how successful was it. So now let's go ahead and do the spell. So I have here just some frankincense incense in my oil burner here, and I've also got a white working candle. If you want to get color specific for a binding spell, you could use a black candle or a red candle. I'm using a white candle. White is an all-purpose candle, and it's really just a working candle. I'm allowing the incense to send the energy around my space, to cleanse and consecrate it so that it's fit for me to work in this space. The flame is the flame of inspiration, of passion, of will. And I look at the flame and I tap into my will. I tap into what I want to create. Tapping into my ability to be able to create safety for myself and to ward off anything or anyone that is going to potentially or already has been causing me harm. I've just got a blue pen here and my thread as well as my envelope. And I've also got some paper. So like any spell, cleanse and consecrate your space first. You can do that through visualizing a light coming out from your heart and projecting out into the space, cleansing and consecrating it, creating sacred space, creating an energy vortex for the magic to move through. And then focus on what you want the spell to do. It's to stop a toxic person or even a group of people. So focus on that. Focus on the behavior of that person and how you're wanting to bind that behavior. Binding somebody is a bit like tying them up. It's basically wrapping the thread around them to stop them from doing some kind of action. So when you grab your pen and your paper, you're going to write down the name of the person or group of people who are causing you grief and what you're binding them from doing to you. So in this example, I'm going to use the name Joe Smith. I apologise if any Joe Smiths are watching. I'm not binding you. I'm just using a name off the top of my head, just so that I have an example. And you'd write on your piece of paper, I bind Joe Smith from whatever it is that they're doing. They might be gossiping about you. They may be trying to get you in trouble at work. They may be trying to get you in trouble with social media to cancel you and have your accounts taken down. Who knows what they're doing? But just write down whatever it is that they're doing. So, for example, if it's harmful gossip, just write down harmful gossip. So I bind Joe Smith from gossiping and spreading lies about me. And as you're writing that, just focusing on what that feels like. It doesn't feel good. There may be anger in there may be resentment in there, but just be aware of what it is that you're feeling. And then when you're finished writing, just take the piece of paper and fold it away from you. You might like to roll it up. I'm just going to fold it. And then fold it again. And then fold it again away from you. Take your red thread or your black thread. Either red or black are great to use in a binding spell. And you're going to just wrap this thread around your piece of paper as you chant the spell. I bind you, Joe Smith, with threads of light that halt all harm and gossip both day and night. No harsh words, no deeds unkind. May peace and respect now bind. This knot I tie with steady will to guard my heart and keep it still. Now you can repeat that spell any number of times. It's great to do it in an odd number of times, so in the time of 3, in the time of 7, or the time of 9. And then when you finished tying it, hold it in front of you and see that person now bound, however you want to see them. They're no longer able to do what they're doing or say what they're saying. Then place it in the envelope. And then seal your envelope. I now seal this bind. And then place it somewhere where nobody's going to find it. A dark space where no one will find it and open it and discover what it is. Sometimes you may find old binds that you've forgotten about. You see them in your binding drawer or binding box, and you pick them up and you go, I wonder who this was. You can write their name on the front of the envelope so you know who the bind is for, so that if you ever want to unbind them, which you can do, you can then go ahead and then unbind them. You can also put a seal on your envelope too, so it could be a pentagram or some kind of seal that contains the bind. You don't have to because they're well bound, but if you want to put their name on there or put a seal on it, then you can certainly do that too. So it's a really simple practice. Totally simple. And you can do this quite quickly and get the job done so that that person is no longer causing you grief. Now, do make sure that your bind is to protect you or to protect somebody else, that it's not about controlling someone for the sake of controlling them or manipulating them for the sake of manipulating them. It's really a protective and a defense type of magic. It's very effective. Sometimes you may need to do more than one bind because sometimes people will try harming you in one way, and when that avenue stops, they may try to harm you another way. So it's good when you're doing the bind to include the word just harm in general, so that no matter what they try, they're not going to be able to harm you. So if you're ready to step into your power and embrace the magic within, the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy is for you. It's your complete guide to building a stable, grounded witchcraft practice that enables you to step into who you truly are, to bring purpose and meaning into your life, and above all, connect you to nature, your higher self, and to your magic. To bring witchcraft into your life on a daily basis, not just as a magical practice, but as a spiritual practice that just gives your life that sense of fulfillment and connection. There's a link in the description field below this video for how you can sign up for the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, and you can also find it on my website, mysterywitchschool.com. And if you enroll now, you also get my bonus course, The Witch's Guide to Magic, which is all about magic and spell casting, particularly around things like defense magic and protection magic, love and romance, money and prosperity, as well as health and wellness. And you get that free with the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. Now, if you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Blessed be.